Hi. So I've had a few people ask me or comment on my wide-legged forward fold post yesterday. Okay, well, can you tell us how to get into it? And unless you're ultra flexible, you have to work at it a little bit because it's loose hamstrings, your groin, your pelvis, lower back, all of it. The whole posterior musculature system needs to be loosened in order to be able to get that deep into that fold. So I'm going to show you how you do that. Right? One of the ways is with a wall. All right. So get your legs wider than hip width apart. A good way of wider than a hip width apart is take the two heels. One leg is forward. Bring the other leg up, heel to heel, and you open in kind of a plie. Rotate that leg that came laterally to vertical, bring it straight, that's hip width apart. Now, toe open as far as you can go, and then open your legs. That's wide-legged, right? So, I'm gonna go sideways. So, wall is a wonderful way to help build mobility. And one of the things I see a lot of people do wrong in wide leg forward fold is they do this, and they fight, okay? And they fight and they create something called the stretch reflex, which in your muscles, there's a signal between the brain and the muscles that say, oh no, you're going too far, so your muscles contract. You're going beyond your traditional range, you're gonna get hurt, so the muscle contracts. When you're moving slowly, it contracts and you can fight it. When you're moving quickly, that's how you get pulls and tears, right? So we trick the stretch reflex by bending your knees. So simple, a fold is, again, a hinge at your hips, okay? A good way to know if you're hinging, now your knees can be bent, is push your butt back till it hits a wall and then come up and stand, all right? So take a foot, bring your toe to the wall, switch around, go to your wide-legged stance I just showed you, okay? Bend your knees subtly, hinge so that you bring your torso flat and parallel to the ground and let your butt hit the wall behind you. Now your knees are bent. If you don't need to bend, all the better. If you need to bend more, bend more. That's laundry you're carrying behind. So me, I don't have to bend. I can just flat back, all right? And now it's flat back. Now you have to maintain alignment, okay? My pelvis is tilted, not tucked. I'm not rounding when I go into it. When I get to it, I do round, but when I go into a wild forward fold, I have a tilt of my pelvis, okay? So this is a tuck, and this is a tilt. Tuck and a tilt, okay? And just flat back in the tilt, straighten the legs if you can, but this is what you can work on to get there. And ultimately what you want, even with your legs bent, is the ability to bring your belly to your thighs. You can bring your hands behind you, on your feet, on the ground, and come back up. The next part of that is straight-legged, and go as much as you can with the tilt, and then you bring your body as close as you can and come back up. Now that's a little tight for me today, so I'm going to do that a couple of times. I'm only going to hold it for 2 seconds, and I'm going to come back up. I'm going to go down again once more. Nice breathe. Now here, I feel the looseness in my hips. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab either behind my hamstrings, the back of my legs, behind my knees, behind my ankles. Now, I can tuck my pelvis, and you can round your nose to your knee and pretend that you're bringing your body through your leg. And come back up to a knee bend and stand up. That's a beginner way to get into wild forward fold. Hopefully I will do another video to show you the levels. Namaste.